I just watched Transformers 4 Age of Extinction. And actually drank. I don't drink, and I decided to sit down and watch this movie, and I was like, to get through this, I should have a drink. So guess what? Transformers, you drove me to drink. Congratulations. I made a list here actually too of stuff. It's a full page long of just questions I had, and this isn't even like halfway through the movie. And about halfway I was just like, fuck it. I'm not going to write another page of notes because that's fucking pointless at this point. There's just so much shit going on here. So a little bit of history about me and the Transformers live action franchise. I hate them. I really, really hate them. The fourth one came around and I had another friend, Professor Otaku, who tried to get me to force me to see it in theaters. And that didn't actually happen, and I said the only other way I'd watch it is if I saw it for free. And it appeared on Netflix, and that's pretty much free for me, so... First off, it's really sad too, because there are a bunch of people in this movie, actors, I really like. We have Mark Wahlberg in the lead, T.J. Miller is pretty funny usually, Kelsey Grammer as the human villain, I guess. And you had a couple people doing voice acting, like John Goodman and Ken Watanabe. All people I like to watch and other things. But here is like, oh my god. First scene of the movie is like spaceships that look like gigantic robotic snails, is the best way I can put it. And they descend on Earth about 65 million years ago when dinosaurs roamed, haha, and plant these robotic diamond things, and it looks like they're wiping out the world, but I guess they didn't, and it ended up later in the movie you find out that it actually is a seed thing that turns our organic life and stuff into transformer technology. I'm not really sure how that works. I'm not really sure how any of that works. Because transformer technology is alien, and if you infect it on dinosaurs, that doesn't really mean it's going to be a robot dinosaur. That just means it's going to be a very weird fucking thing. I don't even know. They don't explain it beyond that. It's just their technology, their seed infects our simple Earth vagina, I guess, and magic happens. Like all life. There's this geologist in this movie at the beginning who goes to the Arctic and sees one of the Dinobots in I think it's the T-Rex. I forgot his name. Sorry to every fucking Transformer fan out there. I'm having a mind blank, but they didn't really like give him names in the film, so I didn't really end up caring that much. And there's this funny scene where this woman geologist, is trying to get in to see what the hell these like construction workers found in this Arctic place. And this guy has this fucking gun. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna shoot you. It's like, Jesus, back off, man. Like, she's a geologist, unarmed at that. I don't know why there's a guy on a construction site with like an armed rifle even, or why they're threatening a geologist who just happens to be there for, literally, she wants research. Yeah, after that we're introduced to our main hero, played by Mark Wahlberg, Cade Yeager, who is literally introduced as the most American fucking person I've ever seen in a film. He has a truck, he's in the Midwest, he's riding along cornfields, a train going the other way past him, and it's a pickup truck. He's wearing like a very American hat, and country music's playing on the radio. And of course, he's an inventor, that American dream, and he's a horrible inventor, I guess, like a really horrible inventor. None of his inventions work, but he's still looking for that one invention that's going to make him famous and gives him lots of money, cash money, yo. and of course, he has American flag flying at his house, which again is a really Midwestern country house, and he has a farm, and it's like he's behind on all of his payments on his house, and these people who own his house, like the realtors, are trying to show off his house to like various people. He fucking chases them away with bats, literally like brandishing back, going, "Ah, get off my property! You can't take my house! Brah, I'm an inventor." In case you haven't noticed about my crappy guard dog and all my other inventions that don't work. So, okay, a little bit of backstory here. The movie takes place like right after, well, not right after, but it's in canon with the other three films, or at least the third one, I guess. Optimus Prime and his Autobots and Megatron and the Decepticons all ravage Chicago, and humans apparently now hate every Transformer, not just the Decepticons, but the Autobots. And there are like pictures all across the world of like pictures of Bumblebee, and below it just says hate. But if you're gonna really try to blame the Autobots for that too, and be like, try to do the whole like, oh yeah, if one group of people is the problem, then the entire amount of people is the problem thing, it just doesn't work. And especially if it's not an actual like, just it works less when it's not natural and just an evil ploy by the evil guy. And oh, he knows all along that the Autobots are good guys, but he's just trying to get the general public on his side and think everybody's evil because profit. Optimus Prime, Cade Yeager finds Optimus Prime in a theater in Midwestern America, and Optimus Prime is dusty as shit, and not only that, is full of holes and dead. He is literally kind of dead right now. And I'm just wondering, what the fuck happened to him and the other Autobots between now and then to like get them so destroyed, besides the whole like Autobot hate and the guys hunting him down. Like fucking Optimus Prime, like everyone was fine at the end of the third one, by my knowledge. If he survived 3 fucking films against other Transformers, I don't think he would go down quite so easily against just normal humans. They show Ratchet in a scene. This is horrible. So there's a scene with Ratchet from the other films. He has a little cameo, I guess you could call it that. And these cop guys, I guess, special ops forces from Kelsey Grammer, start shooting at him randomly. He's not doing anything to hurt anybody, and he starts running after these guys, shoot at him, and they take off his leg. He gets so injured, and he's unarmed at this point too, and this is so bad. Like, he's injured and unarmed, crawling on the ground, saying, "Don't shoot! Don't shoot!" And the guy's like, "Why are you running then?" That you were shooting at him? Maybe that's why he was running? So, like, Cade Yeager and Optimus Prime, he gets them all fixed up, and these federal agents come to his house to try to stop him, and the federal agents are all wearing, like, Matrix-y, like, Neo clothes. Like, they're all black long, like, trench coats and shit, and it's like, what are you even, like, doing here? What are you wearing? You know? But they're all part of Kelsey Grammer's evil thing. They're saved by Cade Yeager's daughter's boyfriend, who's like I guess a race car stunt driver. They escape all these federal agent guys and find the other Autobots, whom, I'm going to be honest, besides Optimus Prime and Bumblebee, I don't know any of their names. There's Ken Watanabe's character, who's just the samurai Japanese Autobot. There's the green Autobot with the green trench coaty thing, and the one voiced by John Goodman. Besides that, they have no personality. They're also being tracked back down by this other bad guy transformer called Lockdown, I think his name is. His face can transform into like a cannon, I guess. And he has a spaceship that's like part prison, and he thinks that the Autobots are rebels and wants to like, take them and like put them in his prison. Whatever happened to the other Decepticons? Well, I'm about to tell you. Because the Stanley Tucci guy, who's also a villain but kind of turns into a good guy at the end, but is also kind of working with Kelsey Grammer up until the end. The point is that like Stanley Tucci has just figured out how to make Transformers. He's cracked the Transformer genome, which is a DNA thing called transformium, which can literally turn into anything. As it's like a bunch of like Rubik's Cube, like worm, like Windows, new agey like screensaver bullshit going around, which turns into the pill, and then a gun. Haha, maybe a My Little Pony doll. Who the fuck cares? And he uses this to make new Transformers, human created Transformers, Galvatron and Stinger. That's right, Stinger. To make Galvatron, apparently they're using all the memories and shit from Megatron's head, which, yeah, why would you think that's a good idea to use a Decepticon's head? Why wouldn't you use like a fucking Autobot's head? Even though they're supposed to be human-controlled, Galvatron and Stinger fall out of human control and like go AWOL on their own. Who would have guessed? Ha ha! And it was about at this point where things go completely off the rails. The Autobots literally fucking, in the most unheroic thing I've ever seen them do, besides saying multiple times they don't want anything to do with humans and they're going to kill the human responsible for this. They literally storm like Stanley Tucci's character's building. They barrage through the front door, start wrecking every piece of thing they can find without any concern for human life. And they're just like, fuck the humans. Almost come close to killing Stanley Tucci's character, which, by the way, is the most unsubtle Steve Jobs metaphor I've ever fucking seen in a film. In his office, he has like 3 pictures along one of his walls of him just in a fucking black turtleneck, acting all like, yes, I am a genius, with like a circular, not an apple, but like a circular, like, just a white sphere thing in his hand, like, yes, genius is at hand. After this, the whole thing is like, they want to stop another thing like Chicago from happening. And so their first inclination is to start a war with the Transformers as they're leaving Chicago? I guess? Which does not seem the best course of action when you're trying not to repeat the events of the 3rd movie. My notes here are very, very muddled. Yeah, so what happens next is that they find out about this seed thing and they have to go get it after lockdown captures Optimus Prime and Kate Yeager's daughter. And this guy wants to use this like seed, robotic seed, that they used like 65 million years ago on the most populated city on Earth, which would be Beijing, China, apparently. Which, that's not too far off, I can understand that. And this is weird for me to praise the Transformers film, but they do, it's not just like thrown in there willy-nilly. It kind of makes sense to what little plot it has. Like, okay, yeah, if you wanted to infect the most people possible in the world, you'd probably go to the most populated city, and hey, look at that, it's not actually an American city, an American Hollywood film, go figure. It's Beijing. One of those being that the remaining Autobots and Kate Yeager's whole group of people jump onto Lockdown's secret space hideout that's floating around Beijing. Somehow. I thought they were going to use the samurai helicopter transformer, but instead they just jump off a bridge and land on it. The Autobots kind of losing, are like, oh, we need to get some help. Who can help us? And Optimus Prime is just like, I know who can help us. The Dinobots. So they get the Dinobots to help. And there's, the T-Rex, the Triceratops, the not Stegosaurus, but the Ankylosaur, and the two-headed dragon, which I'm pretty sure was not in the original Transformers show. I think it was a pterodactyl. But fuck it, two-headed dragon now. I still don't understand why a car needs to ride a T-Rex, but there you have it. He rides a T-Rex. After they help out and destroy all the other like lockdown things, Lockdown's spaceship is just like, I guess since I failed in my plot, I'm just gonna make a gigantic like magnet out of my spaceship and just suck up everything that's metal for some reason. I don't know if he wanted to destroy the world. I kind of missed that part, but that's what happened. That's what he did. And everyone starts getting sucked up into it, including Optimus Prime, who decides that as he's getting sucked up into it, the best course of action would just to be shooting missiles into it and blow it up. There's also a scene at the end after that happens where this kind of is weird. Optimus Prime, his legs kind of like go, and apparently he has rocket feet now. And I have several questions about that. When did he acquire rocket feet? Firstly. 2, why is he just now using rocket feet? 3, if he didn't have rocket feet before and you had to use that big hunk of jet engine on his back, why didn't he keep that? And why rocket feet, pretty much? And this is the fourth thing about the rocket feet, which I'm about to explain. But the fourth thing about the rocket feet is, at the end of the movie, he determines this like diamond robot seed thing is too unstable for Earth. And so he says farewell to his other Autobots in the Yeager family and takes the seed thing to outer space. But here's my question about this. Okay. In the third Transformers movie, to get to outer space, they needed to have a rocket ship to zoom them out into space. In the second Transformer movies, they got to Earth by kind of crash landing here, right? So, at the end of the movie, Optimus Prime uses his fucking rocket feet and rockets straight off of Earth using his shield as like a deflector of like turbulence and like energy that like I guess bursts him into flames otherwise to get out into space. where I have just so many fucking questions about that scene. Transformers can survive in a vacuum? Firstly, what? Transformers are powerful enough to not only have just randomly rocket feet, but rocket feet apparently is so damn powerful that he can escape Earth's gravitational pull and atmosphere. Without a spaceship, which they clearly needed in the third one. Clearly fucking needed in the third one. And he's just gonna go exploring the universe for a safe place to put this thing? He could literally go to the moon and drop it off. Or, unless he finds another random ancient spaceship that crash landed there during the 60s and no one knew about it until now. Because, fuck you, movie. Okay, and also, why is it that through 4 films now, Bumblebee is incapable of talking, even though at the end of the first one, he was speaking clear sentences and had his voice fixed? Fuck you, movie. Why is it that, these special agent ops that are so fucking, military trained, specially trained, can get distracted when Kate Yeager throws a football at them that he can push them out a fucking window? And the guy had a fucking, brandishing, hunting knife that could have just cut the football with. Who? What? When did the Dinobots get from the Antarctic to China? Kelsey Grammer at the end of the movie goes, "It's us versus them." Which is no, that's not really true though. We've had 3 movies to show that's not true. That's not fucking true. It's not us versus them. It's them versus another section of them, and we're caught in the middle. That would be a better way to explain it. And you should probably choose a side. So fuck you again, movie. Fuck you. And something else I'm just thinking of that was in the movie that is really doesn't explain that much, since that didn't really happen in the other movies. It may have happened in the first one a little bit. But at the beginning of the movie, Optimus Prime is still horribly damaged. And he says the other Transformers could fix him. Horribly damaged Optimus Prime is going along the highway, and another truck comes the opposite way, and he scans the truck. And not only does that give him, a new shell, we saw Bumblebee do it in the first one, he's in a crappy Camaro, he scans it, he's in a better Camaro. Not only does it give him a new coat of paint, so to say, god damn it, it fucking heals him. It fixes him right up. No longer injured or damaged, I guess? I'm not even sure what that's about. How is that a thing? How can they heal themselves? Are they self-healing? Because that's not true, because at the end of the first one, fucking Jazz got destroyed. 2, Bumblebee's voice. Oh god, this fucking movie.